Watching NDTV 24/7. My name is Kitty Behel. We're starting this edition with our top focus. Kamal Haasan's movie Thug Life will not be released in Karnataka as part of its worldwide launch on June 5th, as actor Kamal Haasan has chosen not to tender an apology for his statement that Kannada is born out of Tamil. Well, the Karnataka High Court had suggested Kamal Haasan to apologize and put an end to the controversy, but Kamal Haasan has refused to do so. The court also said, you may be Kamal Haasan, but any citizen has no right to hurt the sentiments of the masses. Three things are very emotional to people, that's land, water and language. And all these things are important to any citizen. The High Court said it was Kamal Haasan's ego speaking as he refused to apologize for his remarks. However, Haasan's counsel has said that the actor's words were taken out of context and there was no malicious intent. Well, the film's producers face potential financial losses if it is not released in Karnataka, which is the second largest market for Tamil films. So far, we understand what's come out of the court is that the court had clearly asked Kamal Haasan that if he would apologize, there could be an end to this controversy, but the next hearing now on the matter is going to take place on June 10th, and during that time, from now till June 10th, the team of Kamal Haasan and Karnataka Film Chambers could have talks, and if anything comes out, any solution comes out of that, after which things can be taken forward, we understand. All right. This is the latest that's coming out at the moment that we're learning of. My colleague Sam as well as Deepak Bopanna are also now joining us on the broadcast here, getting us more on this big story. Deepak, if I could come to you first. Well, next hearing is going to take place on June 10th. What happens next?
The next hearing, of course, is going to be after this meeting or the dialogue that the High Court said that, or rather the petitioner in this case, that is Mr. Kamal Haasan, has argued in court that right now he's not going to release the movie, so the question of providing security does not anymore come. So the court really didn't have to rule in the matter, other than that the next hearing will be on the 10th of May. After this discussion, what will this discussion be is going to be important, because right now in his letter to the film chamber, which the advocate argued was written in all sincerity by Mr. Kamal Haasan, saying that he has immense respect for the Kannada, the culture as well, for Mr. Shivraj Kumar and various other aspects. But the word sorry or an apology outrightly, of course, wasn't there in that letter. So that was the main contention of the film chamber. The court as well said that this was something that was missing. Now, because they've said they're not going to release the movie, the question of the court really interfering here or asking the police to provide security does not arise. So now the ball is in the court of Mr. Kamal Haasan, how he really takes this up. Because while in court at least it was made very clear that there is nothing more than the letter he has to say. In fact, even in terms of an apology, that's not going to come in now is something that has been made very, very clear by the advocate. Mr. Kamal Haasan and the advocate have spoken after what the court had to say earlier in the day. First the matter was heard at around 11 a.m. At that point in time, the court had some strong words where they had said that Kamal Haasan has created this entire issue and he himself could have very easily diffused it with just an apology. But that hasn't come in despite this conversation that his advocates and Mr. Kamal Haasan had when the court, of course, resumed for hearing at about
and yes, reactions also coming in on this. Yes, reactions also coming in, Deepak. We understand former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Yediyurappa, also had said that it was because of Kamal Haasan's arrogance that the matter isn't really ending now, and we understand strong observations were made in the court today, after which we know that the film, of course, is going to release on 5th, but except for Karnataka. It's going to have a worldwide release, but not in Karnataka, and that's definitely going to have major revenue loss for the film. As we understand, Karnataka is a big market and an important market for Tamil films as well. My colleague Uma Sudhir also with us on the broadcast here. Uma, well, this is going to have a bigger impact, a larger impact, we understand, for Tamil films in Karnataka.
So Kamal Haasan refusing to say sorry is something that is certainly going to have bigger implications, because Kamal Haasan is someone who's wearing multiple hats, not just in his films in which he manages to play multiple roles with ease and with completely convincing kind of roles. In real life as well, in this case, he is not just the lead actor in the film, he is also a producer, and he is also otherwise wearing the hat of a politician and going to be the MP on behalf of the DMK from Tamil Nadu, and he is also, of course, an intellectual. In this case, the producer seems to be willing to give up or pay the price for not saying sorry in this particular context, but he must remember that there is a larger implication for many other people down the line, not just his co-producers in the film, the filmmakers, as well as the distributors who may have bought the film, and whether he is willing to apologize or take a step back on that count. Very clearly, as of now, no is the answer. Second, as a politician as well, you would expect that a little more flexibility. If it's a principled stand that you're taking on some issue, that's okay. But in the letter that he has written, he's in fact playing the victim while pointing out that he has love for all the languages, and which also is very much reflected in his very, very fantastic career that he has had, in which he has always done films in all the South Indian languages. Of course, he has also acted in Hindi and shown a flair for languages and a love for languages, many of which he speaks with a lot of ease. But in this case, not willing to apologize is going to have implications, also because of the political history between Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And I must point out that the judge Nagaprasanna in fact made a reference to C. Rajagopalachari, Rajaji, as we know, last Governor General, and who had in the 1950s made a similar comment, and subsequently when the Kannada writers had written, he was willing to come forward and offer an apology, and that is what the judge in fact made a reference to, and saying that if someone of the stature of Rajaji could do that, why not do that and diffuse a situation where it is, as many see it, an unnecessary controversy that has been created out of this kind of
and the court
reaction
very
that's
much
coming.
While we
can
can
say that
Kamal Haasan could have actually put an end to this controversy, but he chose not to. And Kamal Haasan, we understand, continues to remain defiant. He said he's done nothing wrong. He said he said nothing wrong, and he's not supposed to be apologizing for the remark that he made. And he stands by what he said. Sam, if I could come to you, how is Tamil Nadu looking at it? How's the film industry there looking at it?
Kitty, no political party has so far formally commented on these developments, although a few days ago, PMK, the Patali Makkal Katchi, an ally of the BJP, had expressed solidarity with Kamal Haasan, saying that Kamal has only reflected what is universally acknowledged, that Tamil is the oldest language and Dravidian languages came out of that, and that this should not be exaggerated and made a huge issue the way it has turned out now. But at the moment, no political party has formally responded. But many say what Kamal Haasan has done is good. He has not deliberately talked something to put one language over other or against other. He had only made these comments as a mark of love for his friend Shiv Rajkumar, who on his invitation had come from Karnataka to be part of the promotional event in Chennai. And Kamal Haasan personally has a long-standing relationship right from the days of late Rajkumar with his family, and it has to be taken in that context. And it's true that Kamal Haasan's comments have been taken out of context and misunderstood, and that the groups that are fighting against this comment, demanding his apology, ought to have understood and should have mellowed them down. But now, having put his foot down and having stood for his belief, Kamal has exercised his constitutional right for freedom of expression and is willing to forego the commercial gains he would otherwise make from Karnataka. They also point out the losses are mutual. There are many exhibitors, distributors who would have also invested big money, hoping to rake in big profits there. But what is being unsaid, they say, Kamal is silently emerging a hero in that sense, not giving up for the cause of, or for the sake of Tamil language in that sense. Imagine, hypothetically, they point out, had Kamal apologized, he would have been seen to have given up the cause of Tamil. Although he did not make that statement deliberately, it could be perceived or interpreted that way.
That's something
but
actually
now silently
that
they
could
say he's emerging a
fuse
hero
more
in that
tensions.
sense. But no political
Yes, that
party
could
would talk
actually
this on record,
cause more
but sources,
tensions,
when we
you know,
speak
could
them,
actually
they
fuel
reflect
this
on these
controversy
lines.
over the language controversy, over the language row we understand in the coming days as well. With Kamal Haasan not backing down or not apologizing for his remarks, this is actually expected to blow up in the future. We will talk about that as well. Meanwhile, thank you so much, Sam, Uma and Deepak, for getting us all those details there. We'll come back to you as more details and updates come in on this big story that we're tracking, and we will get that for our viewers. Meanwhile, shifting our focus now